Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I will show the Duchess of Malfi, which is written by John Webster. In my previous video I will discuss the characterization of Duchess. So here I will discuss the Duchess of Malfi as a revenge play. Or maybe the question has come like, is the Duchess of Malfi a melodrama or a tragedy? Or maybe how far it is justifiable to say that in the Duchess of Malfi Webster has raised melodrama into a tragedy. So let's begin. The Duchess of Malfi is one of the best play of John Webster. This play contains the depth of extreme violence, plotting, and mostly revenge on the best part, which are the chief elements of revenge tragedy. The tradition of revenge play. Revenge play is a dramatic genre in which the protagonist seeks revenge for injury. However, Seneca, the Latin playwright, established the revenge play tradition in 1st century. Extreme violence, horror, murder are most prominent elements of the Senecan tragedy. Thomas Kidd and Shakespeare also presented this revenge tradition in English play before Webster. So, the English revenge play became melodrama when supernatural elements, deeds of cruelty and horror, violence, imagery and terrifying actions are most essential to this play. The greatest example of a revenge tragedy is John Webster, The Duchess of Malfi. The horror in The Duchess of Malfi. This drama contains of so many elements of horror which makes this play as a melodrama. There are a lot of elements of horrors from the beginning to the end of the drama. Although the melodramatic scenes are seen earlier too, but the last two acts of the play are much horrible and terrified. First of all, when Duke puts the dead man's hand in Duchess' hand, she kisses that hand as Duke's, which is quite a horrible scene of the play. The another horrified scene of the play is the dead bodies of Antonio and their children presented before the Duchess. The unruly dance of the madmen before the Duchess. The appearance of Bossalo as a Tom Mix, and also the appearance of the men with well are aimed to create horror. The another horror scene happened with Julia, who present in a most cold-blooded manner. In such a way, Antonia is killed and Ferdinand, Cardinal and Bossalo all were killed at the end. All this horror is presenting itself to be a typical revenge play of the time. Webster raises melodrama into tragedy. Webster is highly influenced by melodrama tradition. He has tried to improve this traditional scene of the term. He raises the original theme of revenge to a higher level. In Duchess of Malfi, these horrors are made an internal part of the tragedy. The melodramatic is seen acting on the soul of the Duchess and also revealed her inner suffering, majesty and nobility of her soul. In this way, the melodramatic is raised to the level of pure tragedy. Webster portrayed the human nature to a great extent in The Duchess of Malfi. The supernatural element. Webster also presents the supernatural too. He does not present any of the conventional ghosts. There is absolutely nothing unrealistically supernatural in the play. In this play, Antonio's sorrowful answer and suddenly light revealing his sorrowful sad face were all an imagery and natural phenomena. No ghosts appear on the scene. In this, Webster has shown vital concern for an artistic atmosphere of supernatural. So there is a line from Act 5 and Scene 2. And on the sudden a clear light presented me a face folded in sorrow. This line helps to create your answer very attractive. The next element is that madness shown on the stage. Madness has always fascinated audience. This is one of the few facts about madness from which the Raven's play becomes successful. Webster presents how the Duke uses the madman to take revenge of his sister. He also uses the scheme to torture the Duchess with the intention of turning her maid, but ironically the Duchess cannot make maid. This madness of the Duke has still greater significance. But the Duchess became mad at the time when she see the bodies of Antonio and her children, although it is not true. Here the Duke's madness has knocked him out of his sanity. Webster has used such scene to dramatic purpose. The psychologist effect of the horror released on the Duchess, the antics of the madman, the frightening effect of the tom maker, the bellman, all these are used to touch the soul of the Duchess, and she also faces agony and suffering. This kind of work is a sign of a great dramatist. So, at the end, we can say that The Duchess of Malfi is a revenge tragedy. Although Webster wrote this drama following the tradition of revenge tragedy, he has modified some of its aspect to make it unique. Webster involved in complex plotting, desire for revenge, the presence of supernatural elements, etc., make its play more acceptable to the readers to accept it as a true revenge tragedy. So we can say that it is a perfect revenge tragedy. So I hope this answer is very useful to you. Please subscribe my channel for next video.